One of the hardest parts about committing to yourself, going all in on your dreams, choosing an uncommon life path, is the fact that most, if not all, the people in your life currently are not going to understand it at all. They're not going to support it, and they may even actively resist it. And as I've described it before, and you may be in this spot right now, I remember when I was about 2 years ago getting ready to make the leap to quit my full-time job. I'm thinking every single day, working mornings before work, evenings when I get home, all weekend on building out what I have now. Meanwhile, going to work 8 to 4 or 8 to 5 every single day at a startup. I was burning the candle at both ends, and every single day this dissonance was growing between what I was doing with my time and what I wanted to be doing and wanting to really go all in. But of course, like everyone, all of the normal doubts creep in, like, is it the right time? Do I have enough money saved up? Maybe I should wait a little bit. Is it going to work out? How can I be sure? All of that stuff, that internal dialogue was going back and forth for weeks. But when I finally got to the place where I was ready and I had kind of made the decision, I remember I went to share the news with my parents. I got on a call and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. And I remember the feeling when I got off the call after about an hour. They essentially were encouraging me not to. It's not the right time. Most people that try X, Y, and Z fail because they started too soon or didn't have enough money or it wasn't going to work out. All the limiting beliefs in their mind, they were projecting onto me and my story. And I, of course, now recognize that, one, it was their beliefs about themselves projected onto me, and two, ultimately they just want me to be safe. They want me to be okay and well. So it wasn't really anything about my choice or decision at that moment, but I was destroyed because I spent so much time getting myself confident enough to make the decision, and then I laid out this moment of vulnerability, and the mistake I made was expecting support, expecting somebody to hold a little bit of space for me at that moment and say, like, you got this, I'll be here if you need me, kind of thing, right? But it's the expectation that hurt me. It's not the fact that they weren't there for me, especially as I reflected on it in time, like their entire lives, all of their limiting beliefs about themselves. People don't support you because they don't think that they could do it. It has nothing to do with you. So in that moment, it had nothing to do with me and my decision. It was all about them and their state, and then that's, of course, what they reflect back to me. But it crushed me, and it really hurt for a while. And in the 2 years since committing, burning the boats, and going all in for myself, it's not been easy. It still isn't easy on the day-to-day. I still have periods of doubt and worry about how and if and when it's going to quote-unquote work out. But one thing I've had to come to terms with, and it's helped me a lot, is removing that expectation or assumption that other people around you are going to understand or get it. I had an amazing call this morning with a friend, Talon, who I've mentioned before on this channel. He's been a great supporter of me somewhat since the beginning. If you go back to the Australia vlog, the Bangkok, Australia vlog, you'll see him in there. I got to visit him when he was there. But even a kid like that, I recognize that as soon as we hop off the phone, like, I have no window into his personal day-to-day life. Like, he still has to go make it happen for him. And likewise, like, he's not going to come solve my problems for me. He is halfway across the world, or all the way across the other side of the world right now, doing his thing, and I'm doing my thing here. So even the people that love you, family members, loved ones, close friends, supporters, like, don't place an expectation when you're going through a rough season about really going all in on yourself. Don't expect other people to understand, to be able to, like, get a window into your internal world and give you the support that ultimately only you can and need to provide for yourself. And the amazing caveat is, through the curation of building that ability to show up for yourself, and the amazing thing is, by undergoing this massive challenge and encountering and taking on all of this doubt and uncertainty and risk, as other people might call it, you go on this amazing spiritual journey as well. Like, the bar none, the hardest part about entrepreneurship is the internal experience. It's dealing with periods of uncertainty, doubt, and not knowing if and when it's going to work out, dealing with rejection, dealing with redirection, trying, failing, readjusting, going again, huge periods without any sort of external feedback, giving you a positive signal to keep going. But the sustaining of that, staying in the game, learning to coach yourself and encourage yourself through that process is as much a material quest, whether it's building a business, as it is a spiritual quest, like curating that internal self-confidence. And what I can say as like a word of encouragement is that even though you can't and shouldn't expect other people to totally understand, there will be, what I call like angels along your path that like offer words of encouragement, and it's like God or the universe reflecting back to you, keep going. I know it's hard, but keep going. Like whether it's a random person you meet and like upon a first dinner conversation is like, wow, you really have something special here, keep going. Or a comment on a post you make, or a DM you get, or a person you meet on a Zoom call, like whatever it is along your journey, right when you need it, these signals will be sent to you. And maybe this video is a version of that for you. Like I know for me, there have been videos from creators that come at the right time for me and offer that word of encouragement. So I suppose I'm adding to that chorus of encouragement for the next person. Whoever's watching this video right now, you might be in that season, and you obviously clicked on the title because you're dealing with some version of that feeling or expectation of other people wanting or needing to support you. Just know that you wanted it for a reason. You chose to make the decision you did for a reason. You're trying. It's all happening for a reason. It's no accident that you are where you are. And you were chosen, especially. You had the right alchemy of skills, abilities, talents, but most importantly, courage and bravery to step out into the unknown, to step into the arena, as I call it. And not everyone, in fact, most people will never take that step into the arena. They're just too afraid. So you're among the select few. You were chosen. That's amazing. Don't ever discard how significant that is, how special and unique you are simply by trying. And know that the best encouragement you could ever receive will come from people side by side with you in the arena, and you'll meet them along the way. Whether in person, online, or otherwise, they're out there. I'm out here doing my thing. I'm grateful for you to be in the arena as well. And having a sense of support and community is massive. It's why I built the community that I have, which you can feel free to join if that's something that you're interested in seeking, if you're looking for that maybe first group of people that can support you along your mission, stepping into your gift to give the world. But seek it out however you can find it. But know that in the sustaining and in the process of curating your own self-confidence, your own self-encouragement, that is the work that you're called to, and you're doing it for a reason, and you'll be abundantly rewarded for curating that ability and keeping the faith in whatever you're pursuing. So remember that your suffering and angst and anxiety and frustration with other people not understanding you is in the expectation that they would. So remove that assumption, remove the expectation, and you'll be a lot less frustrated with your circumstances, and just keep the faith, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll find the people for you along your journey. Don't expect it out of the normal person, out of the people that are already in your circle. They just won't understand, but I understand. And there are others amongst us that get it. So keep up the good work. Comment below your thoughts. I'd love to hear a little bit about your experiences, whether it be with getting some sort of negative feedback from friends, loved ones. I'm happy to provide my thoughts or analysis. You can join the community in the description if that's a group of people you're looking for. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow.